Guess who they let back out of YouTube jail? Yeah, y'all see who it is. Your boy back out of YouTube jail, back on the live stream scene, Friday night drinking hand. Oh, yeah, we about to do some drinking and some talking tonight. Oh, yeah, it's that night. It's one of those nights. Let me take a second out, guys. I'm going to freeze for a split second, but I'll be back. What I'm going to do is switch over the Wi-Fi to the router so we don't have any interruptions later. So let me do that now. So I'm going to freeze for a split second. While I'm gone, make sure you guys click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see. It looks like I'm not connecting. We are officially connected. All right, guys. Thank you for your patience in regards to me switching over to the other router. Hope that I sound clear. Let me see how I sound. Ooh, that doesn't look good, does it? Let me give it a second to clear up. Okay, it's cleared up. Cool. And let me turn that off so I can hear myself. All right, let me know if you guys can hear me. New microphone, so I'm still trying to make sure everything is working well. All right, sounding good. Sounding good. I can hear myself now. All right. Welcome to the live stream. You guys know what this is. Friday night drinking hand. We're about to have some fun. We're going to do the part 2, numero dos, of the one that we started on a couple weeks ago in regards to my list of not moving to. We got Gail in the building. Is that Gail? Gail Nielsen, I see. Man, if you guys don't subscribe to Gail, I'm talking about Gail. We need to talk, Gail. You see, I stopped. We need to talk. We really need to talk. Your live streams late at night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yes, Gail is up that late with her team. Here's the problem. Gail's live streams and topics are so good. You've thrown my sleep off, Gail. You've thrown my sleep off. If you want to listen to a really good late night live stream, you guys that on third shifts, late second shifts, I'm telling you, Gail's going to be on the night. I'm telling you, as soon as I get off this live stream, I'm going right over to her live stream and listen in. So you guys make sure you subscribe, because she probably has one of the latest late night live streams and the best, with hands down, late night live streams that I have ever heard. They are very insightful, very intelligent on Gail. So make sure you go over to Gail Nielsen's. That's N-E-L or Nelson's. And make sure you guys subscribe and listen in, because I'm telling you, it is nothing like I've heard before late at night on YouTube. So shout out to Gail for being here. All right, guys, click those like buttons. And tonight's topic, once again, we're going to talk about several things, several reasons why I left the United States, and women weren't one of the reasons. I don't know why y'all think that y'all been selling this product around the world. Y'all, all of us, passport brothers. The women don't do it. Men do. We've been selling this narrative about the rest of the world versus the women in the US, and it's getting tired. It really is, fellas. Shout out. I'm about to do the shout outs in a second. But it really is getting tired when you guys continue to talk about women. The women in the United States ain't this, and then the women over in this country. Fellas, I got you. You happy that you got a passport. I feel you. You going to other countries, meeting new people. Got it. But there should be more reasons why you are relocating to other countries. And I'm going to tell you a few more of my reasons of why I relocated. And then I'm going to have some facts to back it up. And before we get started, instead of having the cologne of the day, I actually do have a cologne of the day. And this cologne is Emperor Elixir. Emperor Elixir. And this is the name of the company that actually makes it. Down there at the bottom. And the one thing, and they're from California. This is a company that's in California, right? Check it out. Man, that smells good. This Emperor Elixir is the clone of my favorite cologne of all time since I was a youngin. My favorite cologne of all time, which is Czar, actually, my bad. Some pronounce it Czar, some pronounce it Tsar. It's T-S-A-R. Tsar. Don't forget the T. Comes in a green bottle. And I'm telling you, it is the most amazing cologne. It's one of the few colognes I know that has a cult following like Creed Aventus. And nobody took the time out in all these 30 years that it's been out. Almost 35. No one took the time out to clone it. Somebody finally did, came out with the Emperor Elixir. They don't even make SAR anymore. Remember I said T-S-A-R. They don't even make it anymore. If you find it on Craigslist, it's between $100 to $450 a bottle. That's how much of a cult following this cologne has. And to get the clone, and I don't mean that they like did like a 60% clone. This like a 95.2, 98.2% clone. And they do an excellent job when it comes to their clones. So to be able to clone SAR, hats off, man. This stuff is amazing, boy. I'm telling you, amazing. Uh-oh. Yes. And like I said, for tonight, first time, we are not only celebrating cologne of the day. You know how I always say, when you go to another country, bring your cologne, your condoms, your cash, your clothes, and your common sense, right? I got another C for you. If you can bring you a nice candle or get you this is a men's cologne candle. You can buy this one on Amazon. And I'm telling you, bruh, you feel like you smell this cologne, you feel like you get your little Kevin Samuels on. Man, I mean, you like this cologne. This candle is just like you're putting on cologne without putting on the cologne. It smells good. And that's the name of it. That's a company, Make Life Exclusive. And you could buy it, like I said, you could buy it on Amazon. And if I can get it on Amazon from the States, I know you can get it on Amazon while you're in the States. So that's the cologne. So I'm in the candle, men's cologne scent. And I'm going to start collecting candles because Kevin was right. And it's got the wood stick off in the middle of it. So it's not that wax, but it's wood. And this is made out of like a healthy soy. I mean, I'm learning so much about candles. I'm just thinking candles has got regular candle wax. Oh no, my friend. Oh no. So we about to light this one up. We always burn a nice candle in the house anyway. So we about to light this one up. We about to enjoy the night. Oh yeah, that smells good already. All right. Let's get started with these shout outs. Where everybody comes in. We got 47 people in the house. Like I said, tonight's topic. First of all, how you drink in your hand. I've got this right here. We're gonna have some fun. This right here is Sprite with Crown Apple. Shout out to my brother who brought the big bottle, the giant bottle of Crown Apple down here. So I'm gonna enjoy some Crown Apple. I was gonna get a bottle of wine, but I was like, you know what? First time back, new microphone. I'll be talking some crap. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That Crown Apple and that Sprite is good. Any suggested guys other than Sprite? What would you drink Crown Apple with? Let me know what your suggestions are in the comment section as I go into the comments. Oh, that is really good. Okay, here we go. We had Charles here first in the building. Charles, the man, in the building. Also, guys, as you see that Cash App rolling at the bottom, this is very, very important. Do not, even though we're out of YouTube jail, and you can go into the super chats. Well, let me see if you can do the super chats. Can you? You should be able to. Let me know if you guys see the super chat. Because I haven't tried it yet. But let me know if you guys can see where you don't have to necessarily donate. But let me see if you let me know if you guys see that. Yeah, Gail is always cooking. If you guys see where you can donate super chats. Because I don't see it, but I don't know if I need to activate it or not. But we are officially out of YouTube jail. And tonight's donations, do not put them in the Cash App. I mean, in the super chat. Tonight's donations are going to go 100%. So, guys, I really want you to donate tonight. They're going 100% to $Gail at night. $Gail at night. Send it to her Cash App. I don't care if it's $1, $2, $20, $100. Send it to her Cash App tonight. She's going to be going to see Felicia Jordan's mother. And Felicia Jordan's mom, you know, Felicia was one of the family members that really took care of her mom. And now that Felicia is gone, time's a little tight for mom right now. So when Gail goes, she wants to give a donation on behalf of the Passport Bros and all the YouTubers in which helped Felicia. I mean, Felicia helped. So if you guys can, man, tonight, you ain't got to give us no super chats, none of that. I don't even know if I activated it yet. Like I said, I know we out of YouTube jail. I do know that much. And I do know one thing, that Felicia looked out for a lot of people in regards to their channels. And so it's great to see that Gail at night is going to be going down there with flowers and with letters from a lot of us. And she wants to donate, some money to Felicia's mom, at this time of bereavement. And so if you guys could, like I said, it's hashtag, it's going down it's the ticker at the bottom right now. It's $, not hashtag, but $ Gail at night. And I appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that a lot, because we're good people. And, if it were me, I would want somebody to look out for my mother if my mother was still alive. And, times were tight for her after I left. And so, guys, I appreciate that. All right. Stefano is in the building. Buenas noches, mi amigo. TGIF. Kenny, a.k.a. Kenny Fever. All right, is in the building. Hey, everyone. What's up, Dre and Andrea? Andrea's in the room. She's reading. We got some new books. We're going to show you guys our new books this weekend on Love Crossing Borders this weekend when we do the topic. And we got a lot of really good books. One thing people don't know about Andrea and I, we are avid readers. And Andrea reads motivational books. She likes stories of adventure and things like that. And so Andrea is not necessarily the Harlequin romance type of reader. She's more she's more like a story that has a real journey about it, like a hero's journey. Parnell's in the building representing my boy. All right, shout out to Ken. Drinking. Oh, yeah, man. Like I said, I'm drinking some Crown and some Sprite tonight. So, and it tastes really, really good. Homeboys in the building. Them 313 boys at it again. Them Detroit Lions are at it again. Once again, guys, make sure you subscribe to Gail Nelson's channel. I'm gonna have to get another moderator. That's the sad part. You know, Felicia's gone. Gail is busy. So now I'm gonna have to find another moderator for the show to kind of like drop links and stuff like that. Charles is doing his thing, so it'll be all right. I'm trying not to miss Felicia, but I miss Felicia a lot because I used to see her on so many live streams and try to make it through. Shout out to Felicia's family. Prayers and condolences. All right, that's why I haven't seen you on your streams. Yeah. That's one of the reasons we have been busy over the last few months. There were so many things that we had to take care of. We had some family issues that were going on. Now that we've got them taken care of, we're back. We got a brand new camera behind us. That camera just came out 6 months ago, so we're excited about setting it up for Sunday. Actually next Sunday, because we got a cord that we need to get. So we got the new microphones, right? We got the Shure, and then we got the other one. This is Andrea's mic that I'm on right now, actually. And then you know me being a Oakland Raiders fan, the lame Oakland Raiders right now. I actually have the Shure mic in the Raiders color. Oh yeah. So Andrea's got the all black one, and I have my Oakland Raiders. And I didn't know that they make these in all type of colors. So if you're a sports fan and you're a YouTuber or a podcaster, you can get these microphones in all type of colors that are available. So, but I got this one, so we definitely can differentiate between the two. And let me know, guys, how you like the new mic? How you like the sound? Do they sound different, or do I still sound the same? Talking crap. All right, let's continue. We got C's in the building, my man. We drinking tonight, C's. We drinking, bro. That's what we doing tonight. That's what's cracking. We drinking and drink. We got MISS, cricket letter, PPIISS, QQSSPP, cricket letter. Mississippi's in the building. Greetings, brother. Greetings. All right. The African wolf with the coolest name. Shout out to the goat. I'm on my way. I'm smelling that candle right now, man. That candle. I didn't even need to put any cologne on. That's what I like about that candle. To be in here in the studio, I didn't even have to put any cologne on. That's the crazy part. Like crazy. It smells just like a dude's cologne. Shout out. Mr. XL Pro in the building. Yeah, Gail. Do me a favor, Gail. If you can, for your channel, could you put your channel link in the chat? Because it is, when I say Gail is up late at night, and I'd be like, is Gail working third shift? I mean, is she a second shift work? I mean, Gail Nelson's channel is late. I'm talking about they be up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and ain't nobody tired, and they just talk and how they break down subjects. I'm sitting there, man. I swear, it be times I'll be wanting to get out of bed and just grab my notepad and rewind. It's been so many times. Those it's only a few guests that she has, but all her guests are extremely insightful men, extremely insightful women. It's just amazing how people can be up there like that late at night and be so smart. I'm looking like, goodness gracious, these people are intellectual this time of night. So yeah, Gail be cooking. She be, hey man, y'all sleeping on Gail. And then this what got me. First of all, you just fall in love with Gail's voice. That's just a given. And then the intellectual side, you be like, man. For those of you that think I came up with Andrea, man, Gail's husband came up too. Believe that one. What's good, fam? What is good? In the building. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being here. Oh, we got GD Knights in the building. Salute. Good to see this topic is back. Yes. The reason why we're doing a part 2 of this topic, because last time we did a part 1, I want you guys to realize how important it is to that when it comes to relocating to another country, it's good to have a woman as the frosting or the blessing of why you're relocating to another country. But don't let women be the sole purpose, bruh, because there's so much more to why you should be relocating, whether you be visiting, whether you be traveling. I know one dude in a live stream, in a WhatsApp group, he said, well, if you don't travel for the women, what do you travel for? I'm looking like, so you got a passport and you have no other reason to see the planet but women? All of this history, all of these mountain ranges, all of these architectures, all of this food and music and fun that's waiting for us as men and women around the world. And the only reason you could think of to literally leave the crazy United States border, at least for a couple of days, it got to be women involved. If that's the only reason you leave in the United States, you need to keep your little happy tail in the States, bro. For real, you need to stay in the States because there's more to this world than the United States. And I'm telling you, as you get older and you get wiser, you start to realize like women in the way that we look at them on a pleasure principle, they at the bottom of the totem pole. They really are at the bottom of the totem pole of why I left, man. And like I said, all my friends were Colombian in the United States anyway. So I wasn't coming to Colombia like, oh my God. Charles says, everyone hit that like button, subscribe button. 44 in the building, 24 likes. Come on, guys. We got 53 in the building right about now. Let me know what you guys are drinking. You know what I'm drinking. I'm drinking that Crown Apple and Sprite. Let me know what you guys are drinking. I don't care if it's your favorite elixir. I don't care if it's cerveza, which is beer. I don't care if it's a smoothie, alkaline water, tap water. I don't care. Milk, your favorite happy time tea to put you to sleep, whatever it is. But let me know what you guys are drinking tonight. International Drizzler. Drizzle on the ladies. I got you, brother. Making it rain. What is it? You know what? I'm trying to think of what cologne it smells like, man. I can't figure out which one. But this the part. It's not a bad. I don't know what cologne that they're mixing in this to make this. One thing I can say, a few things I can say about the smell of this cologne. It is not sweet, so you don't have to worry about it smells like a sweet cologne. It doesn't smell, it's not a unisex scent. There is nothing feminine about the scent that comes out of this cologne. This candle. That's one thing I can say. It smells like a cologne that you would wear. I'm trying to think of a location. Not necessarily to the club, but it's a cologne that you will wear to work. It's one of those best smelling men in the room colognes. That's how this candle smells. I kid you not. It blew me away when I smelled it because I went by faith. I was like, okay, men's cologne. I was like, it could be a trashy men's cologne. And so it was only like $14. So I ordered it on Amazon. And when I got it, I was blown away how well. I literally, before I lit it, I just let it sit here for like 2 or 3 days because it smelled so good. It really does smell like, I was like, okay, Kevin Samuels, I'm sold on the candles. I got you, brother. You made your point. That's how good it actually smells. It really does. And while it's burning, you can smell it. That's the other thing I like about it. It doesn't, because it has a wooden wick, you don't smell wax because it's not made out of wax. It's like a soy that it's made out of. And it burns like, dude, this thing will burn forever. It doesn't burn down as fast as a regular candle does. This thing, I burned it for like hours for the last couple of days, and it's like still at the top right here. And the wooden doesn't burn that long or much either. It's crazy, man. It's stuff that I'm learning about candles. And so definitely, man, definitely. He said, I'm gonna bring you one of my candles from my own store. Bring it down, bro. Bring it down, and I will showcase it. here, man. I'm listen. I'm just learning about this candle game. So we always saw Kevin talk about it, but now I see, and then I started going on YouTube. It's a brother on YouTube, man. This brother got a couple 100,000 subscribers. A brother on candles. This brother like 30, 35. And boy, this brother know candles like Jeremy Fragrance know colognes. This brother, he tight. Candles. I'm like, okay. 200,000. All right, people love candles. I'm stocking on candles. Definitely this one. Yes, definitely, brothers. Cranberry splash. Oh man, that's a good idea. Or with the splash of ginger. That's a good idea. Cool, KT. Thanks, guys. Oh, pineapple. I didn't even think about that. See, I thought it was gonna be too sweet with the pineapple. I actually had pineapple juice in my hand. I kid you not. You said you don't see the candle. Let me know if that's what you're talking about. You don't see the candle. Because if you don't see the candle, what I'll do is I'll go to my Amazon account and I just put the link in for you guys to be able to get the candle. I need to set up an Amazon account like Amazon account, like an Amazon affiliate. Let's see. Let's see. I am going to go in, and I'm actually going to go to it, and I'm going to grab it real quick. There we go. So you guys I'm going to put it in the description, so you guys will actually have the link to the candle. Man, I need to go. Yeah, I'm about to put some links. I'm starting creating some Amazon affiliate links. Copy. And there we go. So you guys will actually have the link to the candles. I just put it in the description. Yep, there we go. All right. Ray Ray's in the building. Like Andrea says, Ray. We got the crowd. You know what? We got the caramel in there. Here's what happened. I drank so much of the caramel with you guys. Andrea's like, babe, you gonna drink all the caramel from me? Because they don't have Crown here. So when she tasted it, she really liked that caramel. And you guys told me that it only comes out a certain time of the year. So now I've actually left her like half the bottle, and I try not to touch it. But that caramel is that's fire. Ginger ale and Crown apple. Okay, cool. Okay, I could do this. Man, you know what? I could. Flyboy in the building, representing. Shout out to that. Man, if y'all don't subscribe, if y'all ain't subscribed, well, I ain't even got it. Man, let me stop playing. I'm pretending like people don't know who Flyboy is. Flyboy Way. FLYBOYWAY. Because I got I got it right because I got his name right in front of me. So I'm saying, make sure you guys subscribe to my brother, man. That's a good man right there. Real good man. And he tries, like I always say, what I appreciate about Flyboy channel is Fresh always try to show you how to enjoy your vacation in a safe manner. Make it off the plane safely, make it back on the plane safely. That's the Flyboy way. What's cooking? What's up, Elvis in the building? What's cooking? You, Russell Tater, Greg, Chopper Pie, Zoe Barber World should do a special in honoring Felicia. We really should, man. But that everybody's on different time zones. Man, that would be a really good show. But you know something? I like the fact that everybody's been, all of us have emailed Gail at night our condolences to give the family too. But you're right, we should do a special with Felicia. For Felicia. That's a really good idea, man. Let me write that one down. That's a really good idea. Good looking out, guys. Men's wear in the house. Make sure you guys check him out on. Oh, here we go. What he says. What's up, room, Professor Andre? Shout out, brother. Men's Daily Advice, Encouragement channel. Make sure you guys subscribe. Good man right there. Make sure you subscribe. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement. Steely Dan is in the building. Steel Keys. Shout out Keys. All hail Gail. Yeah. Man, y'all better. I'm telling you. Stefano, come on. Stefano got the Crown, lemonade, and Sprite. Oh, yeah. There we go. Gail, can you send Gail, can I send it to your PayPal? Oh, I'm dipping into somebody's conversation. How do I set up a consultation with you? Just send an email to me. Here's what we'll do. Right here, you just send me an email at my email address, aspence2011@gmail. That's basically how long I've had this basically 2011 just represents how long I've had the email address. Aspence since 2011. Yep. No other significance, but just when I set it up in 2011. And I'll respond. I'll give you all the information of what we covered during the consultations. I never let a guy or young woman not know what we're going to be doing on the consultation. You know the details, even Q&A. One brother had a list for me. I mean, he emailed me along. Man, I had to print out his consultation questionnaire. And I was so happy that he had those details. Very thorough, brother. And I appreciate, good guy. And I appreciate that he actually was so thorough with his questions. So don't feel like it's going to be that you have to just follow my agenda or blueprint. If you got questions, we'll hit those questions. And I'm telling you, I always try to make sure that we get as much information out to you guys as possible. Gail at night. Is it? I didn't know Gail was going to be here. Shout out to Gail. Once again, guys, make sure. So I'll be doing a video card. Everyone can sign. Okay, cool. She's going to be doing a video card that everyone can sign and add clips from her birthday. Let's see. Let's go back. Clips from her birthday for her stream on Kings and Dreams channel. RIP. Yes, I remember. I remember that night because that's one of the few nights that Felicia actually cammed up. She was on Kings and Dreams, and they came over here and they cammed up too. So yes, definitely. So as I was about to say, guys, as you see the Cash App ticker going at the bottom, do not donate any super chats here tonight. All super chats, all Cash Apps are going to be going towards Felicia's family to support her mom and the rest of the family. And so, especially mom. And so, as you see, it is $ Gail at night on Cash App. That money should be going towards her. And let me know how things are going, guys. Let me definitely know if you guys have donated. I don't care. We don't care if it's $1. We don't care whatever the limitations of Cash App is, whether it be the most that you can send or the least. But definitely want to support Felicia's mom. Ray says I can send it to my pay. Oh, he said he can send it to his PayPal. Okay, cool. Can you send it to my pay? Now, Gail, you want to post your PayPal in it? If you want to, you can post your PayPal in there as well. So if somebody wants to donate to Gail's Cash App or to Gail's PayPal, Gail, you could definitely put that information in. And let's get ready to get started with tonight's topic. Tonight's topic, I know a few people that I've missed, but definitely, guys. Once again, I put the information for the candle. Man, that candle smells good. For the candle in the description. It smells so good, and it's so strong. I don't smell my cologne anymore. And remember, this is my favorite cologne of all time. I don't smell my cologne anymore because this candle, I kid you not, is so strong. And like I said, it's been I've burned it for a while for 2 or 3 days, and it is still at the top. You know how most wax candles burn like really fast. It should be down here by now. This candle is like I just opened it up a couple of days ago. That's what's so nice about it, with it having that wooden wick, and it's made out of a special soy instead of just wax. I'm learning some things about candles. I type everyone's. Okay, there we go. I typed everyone's names under the post in your comment in your community tab. Okay, cool. I want to be transparent with dealing with people's money. Absolutely correct. And once again, guys, thank you that we were able to donate almost $1,600, a little bit over $1,500 to this past month to the Children's Cancer Foundation here in Cali, Colombia, man. I'm so proud of all of us for coming together and donating that $1,500. And they appreciate it. They've reached out once again. They've reached out to us and got information from us about, hey, you donated, but you didn't give us your name. And are you here? Are you in the States? You know, it was just so cool to know that we as individuals that have passports are doing some good things outside the United States as well as in the United States. Men's Cologne, Amazon. Yep, that's it. That is it, Gail. Dre, press send by accident to get from. Wait a minute. Dre pressed send by accident for get the from her. Did I make a mistake and do something? My bad. My bad, brothers. Okay, let's hit the topic. Hey, Steele, let me know what you meant by that. Okay. Today's topic, let me move my title out of the way for a second. Move my banner. Okay. Today's topic is why I left the States. Let me take another sip because this is about to get good. One of the first reasons, or one of the latest reasons I left the United States, other than women, is this, and I mean this. It was time. I had my passport, just like many of you dudes. You're going to come to a time that you and your passport will become one. I'm going to repeat that. There's going to come a time in your life where you and your passport are going to hit a crossroads. Whether you're a person like Gail Nielsen and you're from the States and you're like, you know what? I'm older now, and before I leave this world, I want to spend some time with my family back home. So you get older and you like, in your 60s, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna go back home to my home country. Or whether you're a person that's like, you know what, I made all my money, I think I'm financially sound. Or you're an ex-military dude and you're like, you know what, my kids are grown, such as my boy Victory. Shout out to Victory. His kids are grown, sons are grown, doing grown man things. And so he's like, I'm ex-military, I'm good, and it's time. Sometimes in your life, it's not about the women, guys. Sometimes it's that time. For me, once the ladies of my life died, it was that time. When mom passed on and when grandma passed on, only older man that passed on is my oldest uncle and my granddad. They had passed on years before, but as far as the ladies, the glue that was holding everybody together, my mom and my grandma. And once they passed on, it was time. And sometimes in your life is telling you, you've traveled so much back and forth, you got to make up your mind. Sometimes you're going to get to a point, I promise you, life is going to say, what you going to do? Are you going to stay in the United States? Stay there. Or are you going to leave the United States? You ain't getting both. You can't have both. He said, oh, I'm reading something else. I'm sorry, still. You can't have both. You think that I can live in the United States and I can still travel. Yes, you can. But the further that as time progresses and more BS happens in the United States and inflation keeps hitting and you keep watching these prices for cabbage, keep on hanging around the United States you want to, and the price of cabbage hit $4. You can't even buy a decent dozen eggs in the United States without taking a double look at your credit card. You sitting back and you like, somebody was complaining in the WhatsApp groups talking about police in another country. Well, the police in DR, they shake you down and they and they just treat foreigners so bad, and they try to get money from you. I say the police in DR, Colombia, Brazil, Europe, I say let's say they wanted some money from you. I say the police in the United States, they want your life from you. What are you talking about? Them few trinkets that you giving to a police officer in DR, or you got shook down in Colombia, or one day you got shook down by some police officers in El Salvador, compared to police officers in the state putting their foot on your neck, or you got to work. Let's put it like this. One thing I ain't never heard yet, and I said this in the WhatsApp group today, I ain't never heard no news article put out by one of us in a foreign country got a hot ball to the back of our neck because a police officer did it. Never. And if y'all heard of an expat or a traveler that went to another country, minding his business, sitting up in the pub, having a few drinks, and the police was harassing them, it got out of hand, and the next thing you know, the police put a chokehold on him or put their foot on his throat, and he ended up dead. Send me the article. Oh, I've heard plenty of stories of y'all, of individuals saying, I got shook down by the police. Shake me down in DR. I'll pay the extra 200-300 pesos or whatever it is. Compared to the United States, anytime you live in a country where part of their training, their firearm training, is practicing not to hit a civilian with a bullet. You know, they go out there and try to figure out that's the criminal. Bing! That's the criminal. Bing! That's the bing! Oh, I made a mistake and killed somebody's mama. Bing! Anytime you live in a country where they got to train police officers not to hit you with the stray, and you want to complain about police in another, man, listen, I would take police officers that would even come at me with billy clubs. All right, son, move it along. I would deal with them police officers long before I deal with have to train. And if I'm old enough to where the police don't mess with me, what about my sons and my nephews and nieces? Because we all keep hearing these latest headlines of police officers putting hot balls in little girls too. Police officers in the United States hold no biasness. Anybody can get a hot ball in the United States. Anybody. Anybody. I've yet to hear somebody. I ain't heard nobody yet in the comment section. Any of us heard of an article of somebody in another country that was a foreign citizen visiting that country, and the police so happened to put a hot ball in them for no particular reason? If that does happen, it is a once in a asteroid landing possibility for us expats and us travelers for that to happen. But let us be in the United States. That is the norm. Police put hot balls, don't matter what race you is in the United States. They knocking off white boys, gray boys, green dudes. Don't matter who you are, you can get it. And you want to complain about somewhere else? My point in saying all that is, guys, and not to shame our brothers in blue in the United States. It's not shaming them, because I don't want to make somebody sit back and think like that I'm leaving because of the police. No, my reason is the system itself has so many flaws. Listen, I gave the United States 50 years. Some of y'all gave the United States 50 years. Some of y'all gave the United States 40 years. Some of y'all gave the United States your first 30 years. Other than money, how's that working out for you? How are them high taxes working out for you? The same house that was in the same neighborhood that you grew up in is worth 3 times as much now. How's that working out for you? Feminine men and masculine women. How's that working out for you? It's so bad with masculine women. Anytime, shout out to our lesbian ladies. Anytime lesbian ladies are like, you know what? I might want to double think this gay thing. Because women, not all, but many women in the United States are becoming headaches even to their lesbian partners. Domestic violence is on the rise among lesbians. You think it ain't something I heard. It's something I statistically know. And I got, this is the funny part. This is the crazy part. I got violent lesbians in my family. I'm talking about tear something up with their girlfriends. So this ain't nothing that I'm just kind of like guessing whimsically or I heard about statistically. Yeah. But I'm talking about in my close fam. I got violent lesbians. And we ain't talking about the butchy ones. We talking about the feminine ones, all the crazy ones. So even lesbian women are getting tired of these masculine women. So once again, how's that working out for you, United States? When you are constantly spending thousands upon thousands every year for 5 trips, 6 trips. And at the end of the day, you know what? I think I knew. Wait a minute. Let me see in the community post. Let's see. Hey, Andre, I responded and added your name under the post. Andre and Andre love crossing borders community. Oh, Gail. Okay, cool. Hey, I think I remember what. I thought I changed that to what Steele was saying. Steele was saying on this one, he says, you won't even be able to pay off a cop in the U.S. This is true. Are you trying to bribe me? Off to jail with you. They think they're better than us. Yes. Make sure you guys subscribe to my boy, Love Passports, my Love Pursuit and Passports. He and his wife, my man Marcus, he and his wife, good dude. I'm going to have him on next week. We're going to talk about, I got a couple of dudes that are in relationships, strong relationships in DR. And I'm going to have those brothers on next week. I'm tired. I'm tired of dudes talking about that they can't find stable relationships or stable female friends, if only just a friend, in other countries. I'm tired of y'all acting like United States women ain't nothing, but at the end of the day, the only women in all the other parts of the world, they're only good for pay for play. Well, wait a minute. So you're saying the United States women, they ain't no good. Yeah. But you're saying that the other women outside the borders of the United States and all the other 190 something countries, let that sink in. They're only good for pay for play. Yeah. You ain't gonna never find nobody good for you. You gonna die alone in a nursing home. Y'all keep on playing. Keep on playing and not thinking that you need to sit your butts down one day. And I ain't saying you need to get married. But sometimes you need to find somebody that you're going to be serious with. It's cool now. It's all fine and dandy. You got a little money. You still feel young. I know you're 52, 53, 42, 43, 32, 33. You're still feeling young about yourself. The ladies, I got you. Been there. But there's going to come a time where you need to sit your little happy down somewhere. And when you do, my point in saying that is, I'm not saying that it's today, but what I'm saying is that candle smells so good. that candle smells good. I swear, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be focused, but that candle does smell so good. You like, yeah. There is nothing. This candle does not belong. Let's put it like this. It is not a candle for romance. It's a candle for a man. It's a candle for you when you're just sitting there reading a book. It's a candle for you when you're in your studio, or when you're just sitting. If you're a single man and you in your house and you want your house to smell good before the lady come through, and you don't want to use none of your cologne, light this candle, because your place gonna smell so manly and masculine that she gonna be like, let me hold you tight, if only for one night. You see what I'm saying? That's what she gonna do. But as I was saying, listen, just like the nursing homes are gonna be filled with a lot of you ladies. I'm telling you, ladies, oof, I'm sorry, no offense. It ain't gonna be nothing in nursing homes but women and dogs and dudes who thought they knew everything. And they didn't realize that they were getting older. One thing I realized, y'all always, guys always say, man, you about to be 56. Man, you look young. But I ain't stupid enough to realize that I am 56. I ain't that stupid. No matter how much I can jog and run and exercise and all that stuff, and I got the young, beautiful wife, my face all clear, I know 56 is 56. I ain't stupid. There's a time in life where we as men are going to get to that point, and nothing wrong with that crossroads, to sit our butts down. What's my point in saying all this? It was time for me to leave. If I stayed in the States, there would have been no Andrea. There would not have been any Love Crossing Borders. All these businesses that we own, the digital marketing, none of that would have taken place. The peace that I have wouldn't have taken place. The people, all you end up, when I see you guys get off the plane, or when I meet with you guys, all these things that take place would have never happened if I wouldn't have just realized it's time. There's a time when you and your passport will hit a roads, and your passport is going to ask you, what do you want to do? Do you want to keep on going back and forth to DR, or do you really want to just live here in DR? Do you really want to keep going back and forth to Europe, or zooming to Thailand with that long flight? Or do you want to actually live out there? Your passport is going to say, I will help you make the plans that you need to make, but you got to let me know what the heck you want to do. You're going to get to a point in life. Life is not going to keep giving you your cake and eat it too as a man. It's cool. I can fly out to this country, get all the ladies, or have all the fun and adventures, and go back to my desk at work. There's going to come a time where your body is not going to allow you to continue to fly back and forth. Your time is not going to allow it. Your money might not even allow it, because you're saving for investments for retirement. So one of my first reasons of my 10 is it was time. It was time. Make sure you subscribe to our brother's channel. Say, Dre, I've driven every day here in Santo Domingo, my favorite city there. I don't ever think brother, if you don't preach, I drive every day here in Colombia. Do you know how often I think about police? And this is truthful. I'm gonna come back to your statement. The only time I think about police while I'm driving in Colombia, when I think about American police and how I couldn't drive with a free mind as a black man in the United States. I mean it. If the cherry's coming, woo, they riding past me. I don't even think about the cherry. I'd be like, hey, the cherry's coming, and they're riding past me. I don't feel like, oh, they're coming for me. Only time I think about that is like, it's almost like a subconscious reflex of my experiences in the United States. Like if I'm driving, for example, and let me know if you like this, Marcus. You're driving, you see the cherries. You're like, okay, cherries. Okay, you in DR, you just see the cherries. My mind will go back to see if this was the States. That's how my mind does. See if this was the States. I got to worry about the cops being on that old board. That's the only time I think about police officers. When I have every blue moon, I have a flashback and think about cops in the United States. In other words, the freedom that I have to drive here compared to the lack of freedom as a person of color in the United States. And I don't care who you are. You cannot lie to me as a person of color, male or female, and don't tell me that you don't have a flinch at one point in time in your life when those cherries are riding by and you swore that they were coming for you, or you saw them riding behind you for no freaking reason at all. I've never here in Colombia ever had the police riding behind me for no reason, just to ride behind, just on some harassment. Not one time. Once again, make sure you subscribe to our brother's channel. I don't even think about the police. And it took me a while to realize they weren't thinking about me. Just like I said. And I won't lie, it took me in driving. I mean, it's from the bottom of my heart. We got 67 in the live stream. Make sure all 67, you guys, click the like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. It took me about a good year of driving to realize that I wasn't in the States subconsciously. Come on, fellas, let's be real. Ladies, let's be real. We are so programmed to follow the rules in somebody else's ballpark that when we're not in their ballpark, it was as if for that year I played baseball swinging my whole life. And then somebody moved me to a golf course and it's a different type of swing. But I was so used to this swing, it took me a year to get used to this swing. Y'all with me? I kid you not. It took me a minute to get used to. He right. It took me a minute to get used to the fact that the cherries didn't care nothing about me. I was the last thing on their mind when they riding by. Woo! And a lot of times the cherries in Colombia, they ain't even going nowhere. They just try to get past the light. The ambulances do that too. They'll turn the cherries on just to get past the light. So I feel where you're coming from, brother. Yeah, but it took me a minute too. You were not alone, man. But after I got past that, please. Let's continue on. You won't even be able to. Yeah, we already read that one with Steele. Shout out to Steele in the building. Jermaine is in the building. Nope, I found one and heard. He said, "Nope, I have found one or heard any stories about it." Nope, I have, or you maybe you meant haven't found one or heard this. I haven't heard one expat come back complaining that they got beat down by a police officer. I've been beat down by police officers at least about five, 6 times in my lifetime. But you know, I'm an ex street dude. He belonged to the streets back in the day. But yeah, man, I kid you not. I do not miss that part of the United States. The system itself. I love, like I always say, I love Americans. I just didn't like the American system itself. It had my movements or my motions had nothing to do. Had nothing to do with women, the women in the United States. Shout out to Black by Designers in the building. I saw your comment earlier, Black. Thank you very much, Gail. If you guys are interested in any form of information, consultation, whether it be going to Brazil, because I got guys that I connect you with in Brazil that do consultations, or any area of Colombia, I definitely can get you that information. I left the States and finally have peace. Man, Kenny. Y'all about to make me tear up. The man used the word peace. I don't know. Outside of church, I don't know any American that ever used that word in America. Never. We'll say stability, provision, financial stability, financial provision. But that word peace, I don't know anybody in my family, none of my friends have ever used that word peace. I hear us use that word like it's nothing. And we're not saying other countries are perfect, but the country that we decide to live in and enjoy, or the countries that we decide to travel to and enjoy, they bring us peace. We're not saying that the country is perfect, but it's perfect for us in this moment of life. And I have never, I don't know, I don't have any friends in the history of Andre, in the history of Andre Spence. I have never heard any of the people that I've ever met, black or white, gray or green, use the word peace when referring to the United States. Have you guys ever heard that? I ain't never heard that a day in my life. Ever. Ever. If you know somebody, I'll maybe in church, like God, the Lord will give you peace. Yeah, in church, but or the mosque or the synagogue, yeah. You know, in your Quran. But just every day talking about the United States, peace? Heck, nobody talk like that in the United States. But as soon as you get to other countries that might not have as much as the United States and may not be as well known as the United States, it is amazing how much peace that you get when you ain't in that crazy anymore. I have yet to see a person that got their passport in tears at the airport because they were leaving the United States to go visit another country. But we swell up in tears when it's time to head back into that mother. You talking about if you want to see a black man cry, you might not see us crying in church these days lately because these pastors sometimes are so shisty. But ladies, if you want to see the black men that you love in some tears, go to an airport as soon as the plane land from an international flight. And he got to go through customs. You want to see a black man cry? Go ahead, go to customs from an international flight. His brother's crying right now, even as we speak, as soon as they land in the United States. I know I did. As soon as I knew I had to get on the plane, them tears started flowing. I was like simply red, holding back the tears. I keep holding on. I was a crying mother. That is serious, man. I wasn't pretending like I wasn't crying. I ain't even lie about that one. I think I cried on like 2 or 3 trips going back. I thought it was just gonna be like one trip, I'd be in tears. No, it was like 2 or 3 trips until I realized, hey, I'm not gonna be living here anymore anyway. And, and that's when I stopped crying, going back to the United States. I know dudes that cry boo-hoo. Homies in the building representing. Yeah, man. Let me scroll down a little bit. Said things here have gotten so bad. A 6-year-old boy took a man. That's sad. Oh my, is that true? I mean, quite obvious it's true, but how's that working out for y'all for real? I mean, remember I said other than making money and raising your family, your circle, really, how's living in the United States working out for y'all? Is it all that is cracked up to be for real? Where 85% of the United States doesn't even have $1,000 for emergency cash? 85%. Where yesterday, day before yesterday, you couldn't get a flight in, out, or around of the United States. You thought it was 9/11. They shut down the flights so fast because wasn't nothing working. How's that working out for you? Ladies, how's it working out with all these either feminine men or feminist men or these ultra cheaters or dudes that's lying, don't want to do nothing with their life? How's that working out for you? With dudes that's 40, 50 years old, got 4 or 5 kids that ain't even grown yet. They young, their oldest is 7. How's that working out with being a 50-year-old man who want to date you and his oldest child is 7 and he got 4? How's that working out for you, ladies? Seriously. How's that working out being the 8th baby mama? How's that working out? Gotta did that. The fact that you got to take off work just to go down to child support court. and hope that he doesn't lose his job, or he's not ducking and dodging and you got to get it by way of his taxes. How's that working out for you, ladies? Your coochie's all getting beat up. Just you like, I've got needs that need to be fed, but can't find a good man. How's that working out? How's it working out, ladies, being a cuddle buddy in the wintertime? Because we getting rid of y'all February 13th. It's over. There is no way in the world you're going to be in my arsenal, in my Rolodex, in my cell phone on Valentine's Day. That is not happening. Cuddle Buddy season ends on February 13th. You better believe that one. You better be happy it don't end before that. Because ain't no way in the world you're going to be the wintertime cuddle buddy and I'm buying flowers, gifts, cars, and candy. I already skipped out on you on New Year's. I ain't show back up to January 3rd. I already skipped out on Christmas. You ain't see me till the 27th. Do you think I'm going to really buy you a Valentine's Day gift? No, you don't even get Valentine's Day sex. How's that working out for you? You spending Valentine's Day again this year with your dog. And you got a passport. And your kids are grown. Some of you ladies ain't got no reason to be in the States. You just like me. The elders have passed on. Your kids grown and living their lives. And the reason why you in their business, because you ain't got no business of your own. You need to go ahead and get that passport. Take that job that you're working online or in your savings and find a country that can provide the type of people that need to be in your life. There is no way in the world I would want my sister to suffer in the United States dealing with them knucklehead dudes. Pookie, Ray, Nook, and them. Where all my sisters got to do is get a passport. And there's some Pookies and Rays in all countries. But her percentage of opportunity to find a good traditional man is better in another country than try to find a traditional dude in the United States. I'm so tired of listening to dudes crying about traditional women in the United States, knowing we ain't nowhere dang near traditional men. We crying about modern women. We just as modern as they are. What did all that crying come in from? Where you get that from? I'm tired of the women this and that. Come on, bro, really? But when you put the mirror on or the light on us, we just as modern in many areas that the women that we complain about. You think I'm playing? Okay. One of the reasons some of you dudes can't find a woman in these traditional countries, because you ain't no traditional dude and you don't attract that. We all know the universe like attracts like, and you wondering why you only attract party girls. You only attract pay for plays. You only attract beautiful bottom feeders. You only attract women that's grimy and on the hustle and on the come up. You attract modern women because you ain't nothing but a modern man. Ain't nothing tradition about you. What do you think the universe already said there's a law of gravity. There are other universal laws of physics. And there's a law of like attracts like. You can't break it. And however you are, that's what you've been attracting. Whether you attract modern women in the States or you attract modern women that are not really traditional in other countries, and you frustrated, you wonder like, what the hell is I'm in Colombia. Why can't I find me a down to earth good one? Dre, show me how you found an Andrea. I ain't a modern dude. I'm traditional. I'm old school, dude, and I love being old school. I'm old school. Man got responsibilities. Your job is my job. Andrea and I talk about this all the time. My job as a traditional man is to lead the house. It's my job to bring the money in. She's got her money, but it's my job to bring the money in. She has her money. It's my job to bring the money in. It's her job to manage this thing we call family. That's why globally, 75% of all purchases in a household are done by the woman. It's her job to let her be traditional. You want a traditional woman, but you don't want her to have, you ain't bought no brand new dresses. I'm not talking about them body skirts that make her look sexy. I'm talking about a nice ladylike outfit. Ain't none of y'all got no ladylike women. Y'all don't show no photos of ladylike women, and you wondering why you can't attract a traditional women in other countries that have traditional women. Number one reason, bruh, you ain't traditional no more. And you got to suck it up. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But stop crying about looking for a traditional woman and you can't find one no matter where you go in the world, because like attracts like. And you ain't a traditional dude. Once you get back to being a traditional dude, accepting hypergamy is a part of what it is. Even Kevin said that hypergamy is a part of what it is. You want to be a man, you want to be traditional, you want the traditional woman, you got responsibilities. It's my responsibility to bring peace to this household. It's my responsibility to protect this household when the bumps go in the night. It's my job to take out the trash and fix this and fix that, whatever it may be. It's my job to sit back and handle the pressures of this marriage. Sometimes Andrea has a bad day. She doesn't want me to fix it. She just want to let it out. It's my job to sit there, shut the hell up, and let her say what she need to say. That's a traditional dude. That's what our granddaddies and great granddaddies did for grandma in Alabama, Tennessee, Mississippi, Atlanta, back in the deep Atlanta, Texas, Carolinas. That's what them dudes did. That's why they were able to be with their wives for 30, 40 years, and everybody else could look at his wife like, man, I don't see why you with that crazy woman, Grandpa. You know grandmama crazy. But that man knows everything. That's his job. It's his job to be able to handle and maneuver crazy grandma. That's what traditional dudes did. They could handle grandma in ways that nobody else on the planet could. Her kids didn't understand grandma. Her grandkids didn't understand her, but her man could sit back calm as can be. How many times we done seen the old dude sit back, grandma driving, everybody crazy, granddad just chill. He watching football. Because all those years he's been a traditional man, and he knows how much she's actually a traditional woman. That's why a lot of you dudes ain't got no woman in these countries. Not because I'm just playing the field. That might be a part of it, but at the end of the day, a lot of you dudes email us and ask us, hey, bro, how you doing it? I'm giving you my secret. I embrace being old school, traditional dude from back in the day. That's what it's supposed to be. That's my job. And if you can, I ain't that 50-50 dude, dang 50-50. If that's what you're doing, cool. But I'm old school traditional. It's my job to grind. Bring it in. Let mama make the bacon out of it, even though I'm a vegetarian, but you get my point. And if you can't do that, stop crying in the United States about traditional women and then going to other countries and you know that you don't even attract traditional women. You ain't you've been a DR 15 times. Ain't got one traditional woman in your cell phone. You ain't seen a traditional woman. Only time you seen a traditional woman is when you leave Sasua. You ain't you wouldn't know how to trip over a traditional woman because ain't nothing about you says tradition. What do I mean by that? Tradition. It means the qualities that you have need to be passed down to the next generation of men in your family. Is there something about you that says his qualities, your qualities are so good that they need to be passed down to the next generation and the next generation and the next generation? That's tradition. See, I got qualities. I ain't perfect. Don't get it twisted. but I got qualities that I know can be passed down if I have a son and his son can have a son. Can you say that? Is there something about you that somebody other than making money, because that's US, anybody in the US, that's a given about the US. So let's not talk about the I make money thing. I'm balling thing. I got 9 figures in my bank account. That's US. We know that's a tradition of the country. Not what about the tradition of your family, dude? Is there anything about you that somebody can say, we got this tradition from the habits of our great-great-granddad? He was that type of dude. If you don't, if it ain't nothing about you that need to be sent to the next generation, some of you dudes, your behavior pattern, and I ain't coming down on you, you my brothers, I love you, but I'm trying to get you to see this is why you ain't getting traditional women, even in traditional countries. Your habits are so bad, they need to die when you die. There is so much that's untraditional about some of us brothers that travel and got passports. When you get done using that behavior, it need to go right in that little box with you. Your son don't need to have your patterns. Grandson, great grandson don't need to have your patterns. You so off course. So what we have to do as men, like I said, one of the reasons I left the United States because it was time. It was time, and I was man enough to admit that. Numero dos reason why I left the United States is the future. It ain't had nothing to do with the ladies. I'm about to go to the comment section in a second after I talk about this real quick. I wanted my kids to be born with more than one passport, more than one language. Think about it. I'm too old to make it to the NBA. Gotcha. I'm too young to have been the first astronaut, even first black astronaut. They already did that. Okay, cool, gotcha. But some of us brothers and some of you ladies, we can be the first in our families to lay a foundation of the future and redefine the definition of our last name. I'm gonna tell you what I mean. My last name is Spence, Andre Spence, of course, as you guys know. Government name. Yeah, you can Google me and you might end up seeing some photos of like he went to prison for real. So don't think that you ain't gonna Google me and find some of those type of photos because I Googled me already. I was like, oh, they even got a few of my mug shots in here. Long live Google. I remember my mom, I used to wonder when I was young, because my dad died when I was 1. And my mom only let me visit my dad's side of the family in the South, in Tennessee. But she never let me hang out with the Spences in Detroit. And she explained to me when I got older, she said, there was no way I was going to let you grow up and be a part of the Spences in Detroit. And she told me how violent, how alcoholic, how drug infested, how much the family members used to fight and go to jail and craziness the Spence family was. Now, she wasn't against the Spence family because she always sent me every summer to the South to spend time with the Spence family. So she wasn't against the Spence family in the South, but the family in Detroit had a name about itself or had a certain definition about its name. So one of the things that I decided to do was, while moving outside the United States, I get a chance to redefine the last name Spence in another country. So 3 or 4 or 5 generations from here, somebody's going to ask, Granddaddy, how we get here? I mean, Grandma, how we get here? or granddaddy. We got here because my grandfather, your great great granddaddy, Andre, left the United States, met your great great grandmama, Andrea, and redefined what the Spence name was on a global scale. Some of us only know our last names from a U.S. perspective. And you right now have the power to redefine the future of your family's last name. You got to start thinking macro. This micro stuff that we doing, you just thinking about you and you relocating for you and you going to other countries for you. It ain't all about you, bruh. Perfect example. Perfect example. Let's scroll down to this brother. My man, Love, Pursuit, and Passports. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He and his wife are going to redefine his family's last name. I may not be the first astronaut, but I'm the first Spence to live outside the United States. I'm the first Spence that'll redefine the name Spence from now on. Some of y'all come from some effed up families like I do. See, I ain't want to sit up here and be acting like all of my family was good. All of my family is, some of my family is good. Some of my family is kind of rough around the edges. Some of y'all got families like that. And you could be, you may not be the first basketball player in your family, or you may not be the first college graduate, but some of y'all are the first person, other than somebody that was in the military, the first person to just go down to the post office on your own and get a passport. You're the first one in everybody. You might have one or two other people, like you got two aunties that travel a lot, but I'm talking about like in your generation, you might be like me, the first one to grab that passport and decide to redefine the future of your family's name. That was my number 2 reason. It ain't had nothing to do with females. You dudes sitting back, females, that's icing on, a woman is icing on the cake, the blessing that's right there. No matter where you go in the world outside of the Arctic Circle or Antarctica, there are women there. So it's always women that are there no matter where you go to. So that's a given. But to be able to do something nobody in your family has done, live in another country and redefine the future of the direction where your family goes. Because most of y'all might be like my family. Most of my family still in the hood. I'm not saying that I'm better than my family. I'm just saying I ain't lying. My family's still East Side Detroit, East East Cleveland. Tennessee, Alabama, Carolinas. If you put my family up next to me and next to your family, you'll be looking at my, some of y'all might be looking at my family like, so that's his family? He don't act like his family. What is that? So that's his family? Some of us don't come from a perfect family, but some of us can actually redefine the future of our families when you relocate to another country. And you don't even consider it. You just think that if you relocate, it's for you. Or if you stay in the States, it's for you. Sometimes you got to get to the point in life and realize that everything ain't about you. It ain't about you, your car, the fact that you got money, the fact that you got all these ladies, the fact that you got all these investments. I got 3 houses. Sometimes you got to sit back and say, okay, let me sell a couple of these houses, keep one for investment, and move to another country and buy a house. Why? Now I got property in another country for the future of my family. Man, you know how excited I'm going to be when Andre and I buy our first piece of property in the next couple of years. We're already looking right now because the Spences will own part of Colombia. The name that in Detroit, nobody wanted to deal with. But at the end of the day, I don't even see why my mama, see, that's a catch. That's another catch 22. Mom, if the Spencer was so bad, how come you deal with my, see, you like bad boys. I see you, mama. See what I'm saying? My mom was alive. I'd be like, see, you like bad boys. That's why you was dating my daddy. You know my daddy wasn't about the right. He came from crazy Spencers, but you like bad boys. I see what you're doing, mama. And some of y'all mamas was the same way. Don't act like my mom was the only one that liked them bad boys. Because your daddy probably was like, yeah, your daddy be slicing people up back in his day. But my point in saying all this is that my number 2 reason was I cared about the future of my name, my family's name. And when I pass it on, and when I pass on property, it won't just be in the United States. When I pass on property, it'll be the land that we own in Tennessee, check. Houses that we own in Colombia, check. Land or property that we own in Europe, check. The fact that we care enough about our children that we said when our children are born, we want them to be born with 3 passports. We are purposely moving to Europe so our children, on the day that they're born, will be able to get a Colombian passport, a European passport, and an American passport at birth. They ain't got to hustle like they daddy to get more than 1 passport, or like they mama to get more than 1 passport. They just falling onto the planet. They get 3 passports off the rip. It's about the future, bro. You got to start thinking bigger than you. About you. Some of y'all stuck in the United States because you keep thinking about you. You thinking about you at the present, and not thinking about the future that you could be leaving for 2, 3 generations underneath you. Could be living in Italy, could be living in Cambodia, could be living in Thailand, could be living in Colombia, could be living in whatever country, because you had the balls to go out there and lay a foundation for your family. A real future, not that BS that you gotta, for 3 generations, you gotta tell your son about how brutal the police is. So he can tell his son how brutal the police is. So he can tell his son and daughters how brutal the police is, how unfair politicians are, how da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm telling you, that feminism in the United States, that train is not about to slow down, and it ain't about to turn around. It's about to get worse, bruh. It's about to get far worse. Far worse. So you think it's bad in the United States now with feminism? It's gonna take there's too much money being made off feminism. The government ain't about to shut down. Businesses are not gonna go to courts and go to the government, go to Congress and say, listen, men and women should be equals. No. Why? Because men and women don't spend equally. I just said 70% of all purchases in the household statistically are made by the woman. It would be asinine as a business to sit back and not take advantage of the fact that 70% of purchases are made by. We gonna hype women up, make women feel like they belong on a pedestal as long as they keep on raining them dollars on us. If I was in a business like that, I ain't gonna lie. I would be just like that in the United States. I'd be promoting to women all day long. I would do the same thing too. If I had that type of business in the United States, yes, I'd be opening up beauty salons and therapy locations where they could come and get all the therapy that they need. I'd be opening up wineries and all type of plus where they can get their little wine. I'll open up a dispensary so the ladies can come get their smoky on. The whole thing. I would do the same thing. Why? It is not about the turnaround. It's too much money being made. So all you men that's crying about the United States and you think it's going to change in about 10, 15 years or in your generation or your child's generation, no. You think it's bad for you? Wait until these feminists get a hold of your sons and your grandsons. You think men are soft now? You gonna end up thinking that you on Wonder Woman in the Amazon jungle where they didn't have any men. And if you know the story, the historical, how can I say it? Because we know the Amazonian women technically weren't real, but based off the comic book, based off the folklore of the Amazon women, they only had men to reproduce and they killed them. That was the only reason, according to, yeah. So when you see the comic book and see the comic book hero Wonder Woman, realize they only brought on men to reproduce. Once they got done reproducing with the men, they killed them. That's why it's always women in the story of Wonder Woman and Amazon's island and all that stuff. According to the folklore, like I said, it's not a real story anyway. But according to that's how the United States is going to be. Not killing off dudes, but what's going to be is that you guys will be obsolete. Go and keep playing the United States. Think it's going to get better. Keep on listening to Sam Cooke songs you want to. Thinking it's going to get better. Listen to old Marvin Gaye's songs. Listen to you some Isaac Hayes songs, thinking that's going to get better in the United States. You keep on going at some Bobby Womack. Listen, not Bobby Womack, but some Curtis Mayfield. Keep on thinking that's about to get better for you men in the United States. It's not, bruh. You might as well let that one go. I came to a reality. Let these feminists have this raggedy mother. You can have it. You think you can run it without men? I'm like Jay-Z said, you think you can build a Hove? You think you can build a Hove? Build another Hove. Why Damon Dash doing all that crying for the last 20 years? Jay-Z said it in one song. If you think that you were the one that made me and built me, if you build a Hove, build another Hove. If you ladies think that you can run and take care of the United States without men, think you can build a Hove, go ahead, go for it. But as for me, I'm not waiting around to see the show. I'm not waiting for that car crash. I know that women can't run a country all alone by themselves without male intervention. I don't care how much AI come out. It ain't gonna be that much AI to where you still don't need male intervention somehow, some way in the United States. So y'all keep on playing, thinking it's gonna turn around, fellas. How's that working out for you? Is it getting better in the United States? Come on, we've been talking about this for 10, 15 years. Is it getting better? Heck, no, it ain't getting no better. And you know it. So where are you going to take the future of your family? You just going to keep in the United States, huh? Your son going to be 25 and ain't going to have a passport. That's what you're doing? You got one, but your 25-year-old son ain't got one. 28-year-old daughter, she ain't got your daughter like 9 now, right now. And she gonna be 29 one day, and you ain't never got your daughter a passport. But you wondering why Willie Lump keep trying to put his hands on your daughter, and you keep on having to go down to the police station, or you gotta go kick in doors so you kick somebody butt because your daughter keep running into lames that she fall in love with. But you don't give her a passport to see that there are other opportunities out there in the world, and you don't take your daughter nowhere, and you never took her to another country just to see other opportunities. But you wondering why she going through hell and high water with them buckethead dudes rolling up zigzags, smelling like dish rags in the United States. It ain't getting no better for your dudes. It ain't gonna get no better for your daughters. When your daughters hit like 18, 19, 20, 17, when they start hitting 25, 20, it ain't gonna get no. If you think the United States is gonna get better for the next generation of ladies because they got feminism, you see how lonely 40-year-old women are now? They gonna be just as lonely at 30 years old, at 25 years old, because nobody gonna be out there but Pookie and Ray Ray. Statistically, it's starting to happen already because statistically, men with passports, yeah, there's a few Pookies and Ray Ray sprinkled in the passport movement, but for the most part, whether it be black or white, among men, the average male that has a passport makes between $60,000 to $70,000 a year. The average individual of African Americans that make over $100,000 a year, 64% of them have passports. It's people with the ingenuity It's those of us that got dreams and goal setters. Those of us that are STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. It's those of us that got sense in our heads and dreams. We're the ones with the passports. Ain't gonna be nobody left for your daughter's brother but Pookie and Ray Ray. So the female that's got the females that is got one baby daddy and there's 8 of them. Don't sit back and think your daughter ain't gonna be baby mama number 9. Don't never get it twisted. It is not getting better for young ladies in the United States, just like it's not getting better for young men. Do not get United States twisted. Oh, y'all think it's getting better for women, huh? Because they're getting more rights and they're making more money. But yet they're on more depressants. They're getting more therapy than ever. They're on more alcohol, more wine than ever. They're smoking more weed than ever. But you think it's better for women because they got feminists and women's rights. It's hell on wheels to be a woman in the United States. I'm going to say it again. It's broke women in Colombia that got more of a peace of mind than women in the United States that's working 70 hours a week. Can't find no decent man. Got 3 kids, 41, 2 divorces up under her belt. It is not getting better for women in the United States. I don't know what we selling this product to, but it is not getting better. And so you ladies, you need to start thinking about the future. And the funny part is a lot of you ladies, you make so much decent money that you ain't even got to go to another country and worry about the dude in regards to finances. All you need is to find you as a good man. You don't even need a good man to take care of you. You've been saying that. You know what? In the Bible, it says that, and I'm trying to remember the verse. Goodness gracious. And it's oh man, it's one of my favorite verses too. And I quoted it the other day. The Bible says, and it's in the Old Testament, where the Bible says 8 women. He said either 8 or 6 women. I think it said 8. 8 women will go to one man and say, listen, bruh, we will pay for the house, the food. We'll pay for everything. Don't worry about it. Just let us have your last name. Now, mind you, this Bible verse did not say that the time will come where one woman at a time will go to a man. This Bible verse says 8 women went to a man and said, we will pay for this. We will pay for that. Meaning we got money. Women's live forever. We got our money. We got all the money we need. We'll pay for everything. You ain't got to worry about it, dog. That's what this verse says. As long as you give us your last name. The day will come where jealousy will be very rare in the United States. Because a jealous woman will be looked up on as, so you want a whole man to yourself? So you that selfish? You just want a whole man to yourself? You are selfish. That is not how we do it in this country. That's how the United States is gonna go. Sharing is caring. And y'all daughters are going to be a part of that generation. And you think this is a game. So when I moved and I said future, I wasn't playing, bruh. I was serious. I say the future of this part. If I don't know about how all the other Spencers thought about our last name and our lineage, that ain't my job to think about what my daddy was thinking and my uncles and all of them in Tennessee and all of them in Alabama and all of them in Detroit and Cleveland. That ain't my job to think about what everybody else was thinking about when it came to the Spence name. But as for Andre, I took on the responsibility of saying, I'm taking the Spence name to a whole nother level. And for some of you dudes, if you want to be traditional, a traditional man is a leader, and he decides to lead his family, including his name, in the direction that it's supposed to go. And some of y'all been living in raggedy Baltimore forever. You've been living in raggedy Philly forever, even though you may live on the good side. Some of y'all been living in raggedy parts of, you ain't in Jackson. You ain't in Jackson, Mississippi. Oh, no. You in some of the raggedy parts of Mississippi. And your family is still there. And you ain't never took the time out one time to say, let me clean my family's name up. So when I decided to relocate, it wasn't about a female. It was about the future of my name. I'm taking this name to the next level. People are going to remember my name other than just in a family photo, like, and they go, your great uncle right there. He used to travel to DR all the time, but that's your great uncle right there. He used to travel to Colombia too. Let's flip the page, and I'm forgotten. Soon as they flip the page, some of you dudes gonna be forgotten. Soon as they flip the page to the next page of the family members in the photo albums, ain't nobody gonna remember you after that moment. Not me. I'm going to always be remembered. I might not be remembered by the media. I may not be remembered by social media. I might not be remembered by my family in Detroit, but I've laid a foundation that once the future of this family, I'm the one that's going to be remembered. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm not just making this up whimsically. I'm serious. These are the reasons. First of all, it was because of it was timing. Number two, it was because of future. And number three reason was it was time for me to say F it. Let me go to the comment section. Then we're going to hit number three. Andre, text me when you finish. Your new friend from Indiana. Hey, Gary, shout out to my man, Gary. Okay, cool. Cool, Gary. This is my dude. I'm going to meet up with Gary in a couple of days. So, yeah, that's my dude right there. Gary, this dude right here. This dude is the original Cali, like original. Like this dude got historical stories of Cali, like when it wasn't even looking like the way it looks now. That's how long this man has been coming down here, doing his thing, enjoying his family here in Cali. This dude is truly a pirate. I cannot wait to meet up with this brother, man. Believe you me, I got questions. I want to hear stories. It's all good, fam. Thank you very much, brother. Let me scroll down to the bottom and work my way up. I'll scroll down to the man. I didn't realize how far down how long I've been talking. Click that like button. We got 76 people here. We had up to 88 people. Click the like button, guys. Thank you very much. Make sure that you guys, once again, give all donations for tonight to Gail at Night, whether it be the money sign, the dollar sign, Gail at Night with Cash App, or whether it be Gail at Night with PayPal. Make sure, Gail, that you let them know what your PayPal what PayPal is. All right, you guys represent them MS crooked letters. All right, Bella's in the house. All right, okay, there we go. A lot of people don't know what's some good areas in crooked letter in Mississippi. Dudes be sleeping on Mississippi. I know I was till I moved like to the deep south. So yeah, man. Shout out to you, brothers. I don't even know what my paper. Let me go check. Yes, go check, find out, and then put it in the link. I mean, in the comments. Thanks, Gail. Marcus says, I'm in the raggedy part of Mississippi now, doing work so I can get out of here. I kid you not, bruh. I kid you not. What motivated me was not the good parts of the cities that I went to. Because I would think about, I'm living in Tampa. I'm living literally 3 blocks from the Tampa Bucks Stadium. I'm jogging every morning around the stadium. I jog around Tampa Stadium, and anybody that's been to Tampa, literally across the street from Tampa Stadium, what's there? Yankee training camp. I can see all the Yankee games before they even make it up north. Not even a 20-minute drive to Lakeland. What's in Lakeland? Lakeland is the small city that's right between Orlando and Tampa. And whose training camp is there? My Detroit Tigers. I can see all my Detroit Tiger games. I can see all the Yankee games. And the Yankee games are right down the street. At the same time, going to Bucks. I ain't had to find no parking. I ain't had to do none of that stuff. All I had to do was walk down the block, and I'm enjoying somebody else's tailgating. I'm walking in on tailgates with the barbecue and everything. My point is, I had a pretty good life in Tampa. I had no. All my friends were from Colombia. I had all my. I kid you not. My friends were from Colombia and Venezuela. That's when I first discovered, outside of television, the beauty of Venezuelan women. Because my friends were from Venezuela. And so I'm looking at them and they gorgeous. I'm like, oh, I'm looking for it, kid you not. I'm looking at my Colombian friends like they fine. And they taking me to all the spots. I'm like, oh, they fine. But then I see Venezuelan women. I'm like, oh my God. So even if I hadn't moved to Colombia, I still could enjoy Colombia because I lived in the neighborhood. I still could have enjoyed it. My friends were Venezuelan, so I could enjoy Venezuelan women at that time period. And yet I did. But yet it was something that was bigger than me, that was calling me to not just use my passport selfishly for me. My passport was to be used to do some great things to change the future of my family. You see all those brothers and sisters going to Ghana now and getting citizenships and building new lives in Ghana. And there, and with so much, there's that word again, peace. Man. Yeah. Okay, let me scroll down. I'm going to scroll back up. All right, guys, booking consultations. You guys know, hit me up and we can schedule consultations without a doubt. Gail, to get you your digital nomad visa. Oh yeah, Gail put in information in regards to the digital nomad. Got a few guys that's reaching out to us right now because Andrea does great work when it comes to the visas. So she's helping a few guys out when it comes to getting their digital nomad or getting your retirement visa, especially for your military brothers, man. That's enough, man. You military dudes that you know your kids grown. They grown. You ain't got no grandkids, and you ain't got no wife. And you still live in the United States? Do you know how many countries it is so easy for you to get a visa as an ex-military dude in the United States? Because you're bringing in the monthly income, you ex-military, U.S. citizen. I mean, you've checked so many boxes so fast. And you still in the States? Other than money, I don't see how you military dudes do it. And some of you got up to 80%. Some of you are 90% of your military benefits. And many of you are 100% of your military benefits. And other than family responsibilities, and I understand family responsibilities, I got you. But some of y'all kids grown. And your situation like mine, your mama gone. And you ain't taking care of nobody. And you still living United. What are you doing? You ex-military dudes should have been the first one on top of visas. There is no way in. Ain't no way in. I'll be an ex-military and I got all my benefits and I'm still living in the United States and then I'm complaining about the women in the United States. You crazy. Ain't no way in. man, I'll be gone. Man, dude, there are about 30, 35 ex-military dudes that live in my brothers that live in my little area right now. We like family. About a good 30. Man, them dudes come down. Them dudes come down here and all they do is like go to Bogota or they apply online to get their visa, their retirement visa. All you got to do is prove that you make like $800 a month and you get a retirement visa in Colombia and live your best life and you still stuck in the United States. Man, y'all crazy. I don't see it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. How's that working out for you? How's looking for a good woman in the United States when you got your military money? How's that working out for you, bro? It ain't. No, please. I wish I would. Two people I don't feel sorry for when it comes to living in the United States. I mean it. I'm gonna say something, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. There are two groups that, other than you having family responsibility, like you might be taking care of your dad or your kids are still young, or you take care of you take care of your mom. All that is a given. I got you. I see why you're still in the States. Take care of mom, dad, and the family. I'm with you on that one, brother. But all you do that ain't got no family responsibility for real in the States because your kids are older, and all you people that's on Social Security and you struggling and you ain't got no responsibilities in the United States, even though you got grandkids, there is no way in Haiti that you should be still in the United States trying to struggle, pinching pennies on Social Security in the United States. Ain't no way in. I sit back and I be in the United States and I'm on Social Security. There is no way in hell. Hell no. If my mom was alive, I'd kick her out the United States. Woman, if you don't get your tail up out of here, struggling, pinching pennies, robbing Peter to pay Paul, please. 50% of all Americans retire at 62, and up 25% of their retirement benefits. Why? Because full retirement age is 66 now. So if you make $1,000, you were supposed to make $1,000 or $1,500 a month in retirement, you only make $750 for the rest of your life. Hey, I wish I would be in the United States. Man, my money would be knowing as soon as you go to Mexico or Ecuador, you balling on that Social Security, you balling. Colombia, you balling. Ain't no what. I wish I would struggle trying to keep the red, white, and blue happy. Please, I would be the most visiting guest that you ever had in the United States. Andre only comes to visit. Two groups. I do not feel sorry for y'all. I kid you not. If you ain't got no like really family responsibilities, like you have to be there, like if you're a grandparent and you have to take care of your grandkids, got you. But if you're a grandparent, you just love your grandkids, and you struggling in the States, I ain't got that much love for my grandkids. I will be in Mexico and I would drive back to visit my grandkids that I love so much. We in the world of technology. I will be a FaceTiming I'll be a FaceTiming Paw. Paw, that would be me. I'll be a Paw FaceTiming mother before you sit back and have me struggling. When y'all go back, everybody got to go back home from my house from Thanksgiving. Everybody came to my house, ate good, felt good. They get to go back home to where they living their young lives. I'm 63 and I'm struggling in the United States. Heck, you know. What the hell I would struggle in the United States just to keep y'all happy. Well, you know, Paw, he still live in Detroit. All the rest of my family living in every other state but the state I live in. And I'm struggling. And all you ex-military dudes, you 80, 90, 100% of your benefits, you ain't got no family responsibilities, and you still in the United States, You the fool. I'm telling you, I love you, ex-military brothers. Thank you for your service. Thank you for all you do. But you a dang fool if you still in the United States and you got all your benefits, especially you 100% dudes. There is no, I wish I would be stuck in the United States, knowing that you can get a visa like that in so many countries. That's the part. As long as you can prove that you can bring in that money every month, you get a visa. I got married. Most other dudes got to start a business or they got to get a career or a job or something in Colombia or Brazil or Ecuador or whatever it may be. All you ex-military dudes got to do is show up and sign a few papers, and you sit back and you get a pension and prove that you got your pension, and you get to live in another country. You get a 2-year visa, a 3-year visa off rip. Man, I don't feel sorry for y'all. None of you ex-military dudes with no family responsibilities, and you got 80, 90, 100% of your benefits. I do not feel sorry for y'all. If you want to be happy with your little truck and Jaguar or whatever you drive in the United States, and you happy, I'm happy for you, bro. But if you tired of the United States and you ain't got no family responsibilities, why the hell you dudes are still stuck in the United States? I do not know. Ex-police officers. If you're an ex-police officer and you got your pension and you ain't got no family responsibilities, why are you in the States? Well, I own a house here. Man, I got news for you. News flash. You can own a house in other countries too. Why do you think that the United States is the only country where you can actually purchase a piece of property? United States might be the only place where you can get a loan at a decent price for a piece of property. But if you selling that $100,000 house, can you imagine what you can get for 70 in another country and pocket 30? You can get a house for 70 in Colombia is like getting a house that's 350. And you sitting back just holding on to your little $100,000, $200,000 house in the United States, and you try to blame your house for why you ain't moving. Well, Dre, I got this mortgage to pay, bro. I got these taxes. I got to, bro. If you don't get from up under that house and sell that dang house and buy you another house in the country that you want to be, you better do a tailor-made. Buy you a house in DR where you want to be. Buy you a house in a condo in Medellin or a house in Medellin if that's where you want to be. I wish the hell I would. There is no way you would catch me still in the United States. For all you people that get monthly income on a regular basis, all you people that work online and your company told you that you can work in any country that you want in the world, and you still got your happy tail in the United States, I do not feel sorry for you. There is no way in the world. Why should I? Why should I feel sorry for all you ex-police officers that got pensions and you ain't got no family responsibilities and you can live anywhere? I know. Give me about a good 30 minutes, baby. I already looked at the clock. Why should I feel sorry for you dudes that's getting monthly income on a regular basis? You can live anywhere in the world and you can change the future for your family. And you know that, mom and dad have passed on and grandma passed on, and you are just a part of the next generation. In other words, you just part of the cousins. I do not feel sorry for y'all. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I do not, and if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't want you to feel sorry for me. I would want you to look at me crazy too. Hey, Jamal, I'll tell Andre you said hi when I head back in the other room. This is the funny part. When I hit the 2-hour mark, I already knew she was gonna come in here. I glanced at the 2 hours. I was like, Andre gonna be in here in a second. And like countdown 10, 9, 8, and she walked right in the door. Because she like, babe, you need to start going to bed earlier because we're going to get up in the morning and do yoga. So that's why Andre been like, okay, you get 2 hours. That's about it. No more 7 hours. But my point is, dude, there is so much. Yeah, I know, right? hey, Maurice, I'll let her know too. I always do. I always do when we get done with the live stream. I always tell her that you guys said what's up, and I don't just say you guys. I say specifically who said what's up. But I'm telling you, he said, Zaman, if I had the money, I would buy some trucks and I would teach the locals how to drive. Little thing. I got some partners down here. Kid you not, some brothers. Instead of selling life insurance in the States online, they came down here to Colombia, started a business. Actually, it's an American business. They brought it down here and they trained Colombians to sell life insurance to other Colombians online. Kid you not. Kid you not. Another brother came down here. Brother, notice I said brother. Came down here, rented an Airbnb. Like the Airbnb, nice area. Went to the owner and said, outside of Airbnb, how much would you charge me a month if I rented your place and I paid you for 7 months right now? Owner said, here's the price. He gave him the money for 7 months. The guy, the brother, rented out the house as an Airbnb. And that's what he does. He literally doesn't own any property in Colombia and yet has 8 properties in Colombia, to where he rents out the place at a cheaper price and puts it back on Airbnb where it was anyway, and gets the proceeds of the gap. No excuses. These are brothers. This ain't white boy moves. These are brother moves. These are no excuse moves. The world is going digital. You see AI everything now. And at the same time, we still acting like we can't create opportunities online. We can't be digital marketers. We can't do IT. We can't do like Los of Crypto King, cybersecurity. We can't do that, huh? We're black men. We can't do that. We're black women. We can't do that, huh? I just watched a YouTube video I put into our YouTube WhatsApp group. Sister, who she came here to Cali way back in the day. Because she learned so many languages, she actually started a language school online. And now she's making her money online. She said, I'm thinking about quitting being an airline stewardess because I make so much money online teaching languages. I don't feel sorry for nobody no more. I kid you not. I'm done with that feeling sorry for us or black brothers and sisters on the struggle. I'm done with that. Yes, we are struggling in the States. But sometimes those of us that got a passport have a way out and no excuse. Some of y'all got grown kids. You ain't got no excuse. Them kids grown. They living their own life. And the only reason they can't really live their whole life because you in it being nosy. You need your own life. Dad, you need your own woman to have your own life. Mom, you need to get you a man, even if he's in another country, and have your own life. Leave them kids and they kids alone. Be an old school grandparent. See your grandkids, love your grandkids, send them on home. Stop being nosy. It's that time. It's that time for us to take advantage of these moments because days are long, life is fast. The days are long, but life is fast. And life is long, but it goes by fast. So we gotta take advantage of these moments. We really do. Kid you not. Let me scroll down. And I hate that I can. You know what? I'm gonna spend the next. I'm gonna go back. And I'm gonna go up, and I'm gonna spend the last 30 minutes going through the comments. So that's the will. I'm being nosy. So if I see somebody talking to somebody else, I'm gonna just get out of there and stop being nosy. I will stop being nosy. I'm here. Cybersecurity is the best. Is the next best thing. Yeah, yeah. And I found out through it. I mean, you hear of it, but then when you meet somebody that does it, like Los of Crypto King TV, you start to realize, like, okay, all right. Shout out to Mad Dollars. The revolution is online. Yes, it is, brothers. Yes, it is. Right on target. Excel, absolutely correct. All right, that's for real. Regarding your passport, absolutely correct. Correct. Nothing over my passport. Nop. Yep. Nothing over my passport. Just in case you guys were wondering what that is, yes, it is. Nothing over my passport. Because I'm telling you, you go to come. Your passport will bring you to a crossroads in your life, and you will say to yourself, "Am I going to be here, or am I going to keep paying for these expensive trips and flights 4 or 5 times a year to my favorite country? Why not just go ahead and move to my favorite country?" You're going to come to that crossroads. He said, "I'm looking at Paraguay." So I was talking to somebody earlier about Paraguay, man, or Armenia, Santa Marta in Colombia, man. I love that area. Of course, we just got back. I'm going to drop some videos on it. Check it out. We're in Armenia. We're in oh, I forget the name of the city. It's a small city. It's right between Armenia and Pareda area. This past like 2 weekends ago. It's January 6th. We know that weekend is Father Christmas Day. It's the last weekend. It's the last Christmas celebration in Colombia. Father Christmas, December 6th, right? Andre and I are in the traffic in small town. We're stuck in traffic. Hour and a half in a small town. Right in this Salanto. Right in Colombia, where you see the giant palm trees, we see some people doing the palm trees and everything. I think I talked about this before. In Salanto. We didn't know. This is how much we don't you learn about Colombia that you think you don't know. The reason why we were stuck in traffic in this small, sleepy town right between Armenia and Pareda area. No, actually it was Manizales and Pareda area. My bad. What was it, Armenia? I gotta ask Andrea. 30,000 people from around the world was coming to that small little sleepy town to celebrate the last day of Christmas on January 6th. And the concert was off the chain. We saw them set that giant stage up. We looking like, what did we drive into? I mean, no parking, nothing but tour buses everywhere. I'm talking about a town about this big, right? 30,000 people just everywhere. Food, celebration, good time. You will never discover that in the big cities. Do you not realize that we're going to be there next year? I mean, I don't think the concert stopped until like 3:30 in the morning. And it was a free concert. I mean, it was crazy. There are things about Colombia, man, you will love. So when he says, my point in saying that is, when he said the Armenia and Santa Marta and even Paraguay, these places have so many jewels that nobody talks about that you can enjoy, man. I'm with you on that one, brother. I am so with you on that one. And what we were just there celebrate Andrea's niece's ninth birthday at her uncle's finca at his farm, which is beautiful. Great. Wait till we show you the views. This is great. Kitty says life is good. Good. Shout out to my brother right here in the building. The dazzling urbanite. As Gail says, when you come to Colombia, do not forget to do your check mig when you get ready to come in. And do not forget at least 48 hours, 72 to 48 hours before you come into Colombia. Very important. Do not get to the airport and think that you're just going to walk in. They will stop you in the airport in the United States and let you know you got to fill out your check mig form. So fill it out in advance. And when you're going back home to the States, yes, 72 hours before you leave, you gotta fill out the check mig. So make sure that you fill it out between 72 to 48 hours before you leave Colombia, as well as before you come into Colombia. Thank you, Gail. You already know I sent voicemail, and I don't like to. Oh, okay. I don't want to dip when people are talking. Okay, they're talking, they converse. As soon as I see the @ sign, I know the guys are in conversation. Collins in the building. Some people don't leave the US, UK, etc. because they stop dreaming of a better look. Preach, brother, preach. I like the bow tie. I like that bow tie look. Yeah, preach, brother, preach. They do not. You know, when I was talking to Gary, the brother earlier, Mad Max, who I'm going to be meeting, you know, in a couple of days. I was just thinking, I mean, this dude was coming down here to Cali, Colombia in the 80s and 90s. You know how much stuff I have to learn from this dude? So many stories he has. Him and his, learning about, how'd you meet your wife and how was the family? How was it coming down here back then? It's just so many stories that I'm looking. Yeah, dudes stop dreaming. That's sad. That's really sad, but it's true. You're right. Make sure you guys subscribe to our other channel, Mostly Money. We're at about 100 and we're on our way to, we're almost at 116,000 subscribers. Our goal is to be at 200,000 by the end of the year. That's our goal, to cross that threshold of 200,000. I think we can probably do it before then. Our goal for Love Crossing Borders is by the end of the year, 25,000. And our goal for Andrea's channel, she's at 2,000 right now, and have her by the end of the year at about 8,000. So that's our goal for 2020 for the channel. So definitely, if you haven't subscribed to Mostly Money TV, and right now we're actually talking about, which I told myself I'd never talk about again, but stimulus checks. The IRS found out that they made a lot of miscalculations, and over 12 million U.S. citizens are going to get stimulus checks on average of $1,232. 12 million people. So that's what we've been talking about lately in regards to that. The IRS made the announcement in regards to that on their website on January 6th. So it's not about Congress passing a bill or anything. It's about, because of President Biden's, because the timing of President Biden's American Rescue Plan Act, when it passed, it had a major impact on people that had already filed their taxes, as well as people that had already filed that hadn't filed their taxes. In other words, the IRS realized there's over $14.8 billion that's not accounted for, and we need to get this money to these people. 14.8 billion. So that's not chump change. And they are planning to get these checks out to you guys. So we're talking about that right now. But usually we talk about different things that's going on in politics. But right now, since that stimulus is back in the news, we're talking about it for at least about 4 days. We'll talk about it for about 4 or 5 days. Up, I'm dipping again. Wrap it up, Unc. Hey, Andrea, I'll let Andrea know. All right, Maurice. Yeah, I'll be out of here. I got 14 more minutes, guys. Okay, let me stop dipping in conversation. Clockwork, yeah, like clockwork. She came through the door. Kabam. I'll let her know, Jamon. Somebody playing some salsa next door, but they jamming. They gonna have me on the dance floor. Okay, bro, you talking that? Oh, I like when somebody talking crazy. I got a choice to either cut somebody off from the live stream or actually hear what they have to say. Let's see what Giant Lifestyle had to say. Bro, you talking that ish right now. Been in Colombia since August, working on my visa. Never plan to live in the United States ever again. Even if it's not Colombia long term, it won't ever be the United States. See, I listened to everything that he said, and he's 100% correct. Even if it's not Colombia, there are over 190 plus more countries to live in other than the United States that you have an opportunity to find your peace. He is so correct. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. And thank you. I don't think I've seen you before, Giant Lifestyle. If I have, my bad. I would have recognized that logo with the giant on there. But welcome to the fam, and you are 100% correct. He said, I've been in Colombia since August, living his best life, working on this visa. See? Bada bing, bada boom. What's up? Speak Spanish now. Oh, I'm dipping into somebody's conversation. My bad. Charles says, I'd own a place here in the United States in case I would burn my. I own property in the United States as far as business, and I agree with you guys in regards on the business side as far as owning a piece of property. But if I had to return for family obligations, I'm either going to be renting a hotel room or I'm crashing on somebody's couch. I am not going to be buying a piece of property in the United States in the name of what if. I know people will pass on. I'm getting a hotel room. I'm only going to be there for a week anyway. So if I got cousins that pass on, and I'm going to go see my cousin, condolence and things like that in regards to a family member or good friend. I'm either crashing on somebody's couch. I ain't too proud to crash, or I'm getting a hotel room. I am not about to sit up there and have a what if house. You my dude, Charles, but that's not me. I'll buy a house in the United States as far as investment. I treat the United States for what it is. It is a corporation. It is not a country. It was not founded on being a country. It was founded on being a company. The United States was founded on making money, whether it be for the British or whether it be for themselves. The United States has always centered itself around making money, and I've stopped lying to myself about that, and I embrace the United States for what it is. If I have a piece of property there, it is for making money only. That's it. That's it. Property, land, whatever it is, to make money, and I am never living in that money. Never. No, me and God would have it out. I would be pissed if the Lord told me that I had to live in the States again. You talking about a brother that would be grumpy? Grumpy? I would be grumpy Smurf. Believe you me. And if the market hits, then sell it. Nope. I'm taking my money, invested it elsewhere. No. The money that you spend in the United States for one property, you might be able to buy 2 or 3 properties or apartment building in another country. And less taxes? No. Okay, I'm dipping. Okay, mentally, I'm checked out. Yeah. I'm already in Africa. Yeah. In my head. I was like that. You kind of funny that you say that, Maurice, man, because I was just thinking like yesterday or the day before how you sit back, you just thoughts come to your mind. And one of my thoughts came to my mind about like 2018. I was checked, dude. I was checked out. I was checked up. Mentally, I was not in the States. I was gone. I was slowly morphing into a ghost. I was straight Patrick Swayze on them. Straight up. I was a ghost. I worked in the United States. My friends started noticing how aloof I became. Women started noticing how kind of like I was a flaky dater. I would sincerely tell a woman that we going somewhere, and then I would either flake or I would just tell them I changed my mind. I just start to withdraw slowly from the United States and just focus on my grind, focus on getting myself set to move. It was like the universe knew you no longer belong here. And slowly I just pulled back without even trying. It wasn't like I was trying to do it, but it was just like you were saying, mentally, I just started to slowly just check out. Like, and notice I said in 2018, I didn't officially move to the United States until late 2019. But I had I'd already had this apartment already. But I was gone. I'm man, please. I feel you, brother, on that one. I feel you on that one. Ex-military army, got my retirement visa and sold it. That's my boy Kenny. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That just hit. I'm like, wait a minute. Ken, stop it. Stop it. The reason why I'm saying that, because remember I told you there's a bunch of military dudes that live down here in Cali. Your boy. I didn't realize, Ken, you changed the name. That's what it was. You changed. I don't recognize the Kenny Fever. And I wouldn't have recognized it if I hadn't read. I was like, expat military. I got my. Wait a minute. Oh, cellular. Wait a minute. For three. Wait. I'm like, wait a minute. This kid. Oh, this is my dude down here right now. That's why I keep telling y'all, dudes, y'all ain't got no excuse. Kenny straight came down here, literally took care of business, and he got his 3-year visa. No excuse. None. He ain't had no excuse. And basically just followed his desires and dreams and got it taken care of. And Kenny doing his thing. I ain't gonna even lie. Hey, Kenny is the brother that I've been trying to get to move on this side of town for the longest, but he loved his side of town. Come on, Kenny, you gonna come over here? Oh, no, Dre, I'm happy. I'm happy on this side. So yeah, that's my dude right there. Shout out to Ken. That is my dude. I ain't got nothing but love for Kenny. Okay, when I earn my passive income, I'll get me and my mama and the rest of the good family out of this. That's what whatchamacallit did. My man Jorge, with my mom, my journey with mom in DR, got his mom. His mom has dementia. Got his mom out of there, and mom living her best life. She's doing so much better physically, mentally. He said, man, my mom would have been in a nursing home in the States by now. He said, but because I brought my mom with me to DR and this affordability for some of the best doctors and some of the best nurses and some of the best people to help us out, my mom is doing great. I'm able to take her all over the place. I said, I ain't mad at this, brother. I'm with you. I'm with you with that one. If not, I might be solo. I'm with you on that one. Man on the Move podcast. I like that title. You talking facts. Yes. If it is possible for you to start a trucking company outside the United States, yes, depending on what country you're going to go to. Here in Colombia, you have to ask yourself, no matter what country you go to, is it worth it regarding the currency? Start a trucking company in Colombia, and you got workers that's making pesos because that's what you get is pesos. Yeah, you got to ask yourself, am I willing to make pesos? That's like a fifth. In other words, a fifth of the dollar. Are you willing to make that money? Start a company and make a fifth of the dollar. I'm just saying. I don't have any children, any kids. I wish I had a different skill besides driving trucks. Trucking pays so good that it's hard to let go. And I'm with that. Lay your foundation. Some of you guys are in a position where you're still in the States because you're laying a financial foundation for the future. I got you on that one. You got responsibilities. I'm with you on that one. I know some truck driving brothers, man. They're patient. They just patiently stack it. They'll put their 10 years in, 15 years, even 20 years in the trucking industry. I was about to say something else, but the trucking industry. And be at the end of the day, they'll relocate to another country that they fell in love with all that money they stacked and put to the side here and there with trucking. They didn't buy a house in the States. They said, I'm gonna buy a house, but it won't be in this mother. And while they were trucking, they kept on trucking and they kept on stacking and buying that house outside, whether it was in Cancun, they bought a house, or wherever it was, they bought a house. And they were so happy that it paid off for them to get their trucking. You can't tell them nothing. 2025. Yeah, that's when we plan on heading out. 2025. 2024 is my transition year to Colombia after May. Yeah, man, I'm with you on that one, brother. I'm with you on that one. Another reason why I got my passports, economics. Absolutely. Absolutely. I didn't get a chance to hit that one, man. The cost of living here in Colombia. Let's say times got tight for your boy Dre. I use this analogy. Let's say times got tight and all I had was money just to pay off bills. Times tight in Colombia ain't nothing like times tight in the United States. Times get tight in the States, boy, you feeling it. You feeling that tight times. I was just looking at the clock because I know Gail Nilsson is supposed to be starting her live stream in a few minutes. So I'm gonna be heading over there. Checking out Gail. He says, what if we do work that requires a license that keep us in the state? In other words, you remember, guys, my blueprint and the blueprint of other dudes, it wasn't an overnight, tomorrow morning I'm out. Mine was 3.5 years. I know one brother who just mentioned who I just mentioned love, pursuit, and passports. His was 7-8 year journey between his desire to move to DR and be with his wife to it all coming into final fruition. Remember, Tailor Made Dreams was 5 years. From dream to fruition. Ace Live, the same thing, like 2 or 3 years. So don't think that it's an overnight thing. Some dudes, it's gonna be another 10 years before you find the country that you want to be in, and at the same time be able to relocate. So don't get frustrated, all my truck driving brothers, all you brothers that have licensed jobs, all you teachers, all you people that got good jobs, or you just looking for a job. It's not about when you move; it's the fact that you finally take advantage of and let that be one of your motivating factors, that in 10 years or 20 years or 2 years you out this mother. That's where your motivation is. So don't let the time get to you, because like I said, mine was 3.5. So don't let me make it seem like just add water and you out tomorrow morning. Oh no, brother, I was just like you guys, laying the foundation. Only thing that's good in the States is money. That's it. Yep. Numero uno. Mo says you have to stay in Colombia for a minimum of 6 months, correct, to keep your visa current for retirement visa. Correct? You know what? I don't know, but it does sound correct that you have to at least spend 6 months in Colombia. You got 3-year visas such as Kenny. You can't just be disappearing for 2 years in the States and then come back talk about, hey, I still got my 3-year visa in Colombia. They were like, you ain't been here for 2 years. So yeah. And then it would be moot for you to get a visa in a country that you don't plan on spending time in anyway. Perhaps I can offer perhaps I can have offices in California and Latin America if I'm doing my immigration. Correct. Absolutely correct. That's a good idea. And a lot of people, yeah, that's a good idea. I was about to say something, but my statement was going to be moot. I'm ex-Navy, like my boy Kenny, not retired. Says I am taking California bar exam. Shout out to you in regards to the bar at the end of the month. Go ahead, let us know how that goes. Congratulations. My law license will be only for Cali. Cali. One area that I want to practice is immigration. That's a good one. That's a good one. And I'll tell you why. Because when Andre and I needed consultation, we didn't reach out for an immigration officer. I mean, an immigration attorney uh, here in Colombia. We reached out for an immigration officer in the States, even though we weren't moving to the States. But we learned so much from our immigration. I say officer, but attorney, our immigration attorney in the States, that it helped us out in regards to our move on a global scale. But yeah, we reached out to we paid like $1,500, $1,600 for a consultation, and it was over days, but it was the stuff that we learned from the attorney, it was well worth the money. Well worth the money. A whole fleet of buses. It's a good idea. Oh, Ryan in the building. Okay, looks like I've hit mostly everybody. John, shout out to John. Waiting on my birthday in March, and I'll be getting my pension this year. That's all I need to hear. I'm collecting my money this year, and so if you know how many emails I get from people on Social Security from around the world that are on Social Security in the States, but they live in other countries and ain't lived in the States in forever. It's people like me and John, they be like, man, y'all can have it. I kid you not, man. It would amaze you how many older people do not live in the United States. Man, I'm with John. No more working, and I'm moving abroad. Passport in hand. Can we just kind of like pause on that? I wasn't born until 67. Shout out to John. 1966 passport. I ain't mad at you, man. I am not mad at you. John had his passport in black and white back in the day. Dre, I caught you on a field trip Friday, and I'm here for drink in hand. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. We're gonna have fun next Friday. Next Friday, once again, guys, our live stream is going to be guys that are in stable marriages or relationships in the DR. We are going to debunk this myth that guys are trying to put out there that you cannot find a good woman in DR. Dudes roll that. They've been riding that one for about a good 6 years, and it's time to put that horse to rest. It is not true. It is the moves that we make as men that cause us to run into the type of women that we do. So definitely, guys, you want to tune in next Friday. And if you guys remember, once again, there's the Cash App for Gail at Night. The proceeds for anything that you guys want to donate tonight, send it to Gail at Night's Cash App, which is the money sign Gail at Night, because she's going to be taking the money to Felicia Jordan's mother. And so definitely do that, guys. If you don't do it tonight and you say, tomorrow morning I'll remember to do it, just show the love, man. Let's show Felicia some love in all sincerity. I'm actually going to be sending some money tonight myself. Oh, I'm dipping. I think I've read everybody's comment. Yep. Gail says, I grew up in Alabama, right next door to to Mississippi. Cricket letter. Yeah. Oh man, wow. Small world. See, I'm dipping. Yeah, I know it's a lot. I noticed there's a lot of you MS folks in the building. MS representing the night. I have a brother in Tampa, Florida, in the D. Yeah, yeah, man. I love if eh, if there was any city that I would say I would live in, if I were to dare let my mouth say being present in the States, it would be Tampa. I love Tampa. I have never felt at home in a city in the United States ever, not even in Detroit. I always knew I was going to leave Detroit. I always knew I was going to leave Cleveland, knew I was going to leave Indiana, knew I was going to leave Chicago, even Stockridge in the Atlanta area. But Tampa is perfect. Not too big, not too small. You can live the beach life because Clearwater is right there. You can live sports, all type of sports happen in Tampa. Come on, you got the championship after championship after championship. Tampa Bay Lightning. You got the Tampa Rays World Series dudes. You got you got, of course, we got the Buck winning Super Bowls and hosting Super Bowls every time you turn around. Drive down the road, you got Mickey Mouse straight down I-4. Shoot past Mickey Mouse in Orlando, and you in Daytona. And I'm telling you, if you want to see an amazing piece of architecture, go to the Daytona 500. That car race, that racetrack, that is no joke. That is one of the most amazing piece of architecture. That thing is humongous. You see on TV because on TV they just kind of like show the track and you just follow the cars around the track while you're watching, NASCAR, right? Cool. But when you get there, you don't realize how huge those stadiums are. Those racing arenas actually are. I'm telling you, boy, yeah, love Tampa. 4 hours away, shoot down I-75, and I could an hour away. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. I'm in Fort Myers. Couple of hours, I'm in Naples. Then a couple of hours after that, I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Keep on shooting down I-75. Boom, I'm in Miami. I ain't took one flight. 4 hour drive. I'm in Miami. Straight down Alligator Alley. Anybody know where I-75 is Alligator Alley? Because that's Alligator Alley. B, there are no there are no gas stations. You run out of gas in Alligator Alley, shooting down I-75. That's yo. So yeah, I love Tampa, Florida. McDill Air Force Base. Yep, right there in Tampa. He says, "Hi Andre, how you doing? Men's Cologne show. Yeah, we already presented the cologne. Actually, the cologne is for tonight. Really is the candle, men's cologne. I already put the link in. I think I'm gonna drop the link one more time. It's called King's Candle Collection, and I'm talking about it smells. It is a man's cologne. It is a very. I'm trying to think of the smell, man. It's a. I don't want to say it's a mature man smell because that'll make it seem like it's an old dude. But it smells good and it is blowing. Just how, like I said, you guys just saw me. I put this cologne on. I don't even smell it because this cologne scent of this candle smells so good. It's just taking over the studio. Taking over the studio. It smells really good. I'm so glad I purchased that. Let me see if I got the link one more time that I could paste. Oh, there we go. I want to put the link for Amazon for that candle one more time. All right, guys, I'm about to head out. Colombia. I'm so used to saying Colombia. Columbus. Mississippi Cricket Letter in the building. Mobile, Alabama's in the building. Representing. I didn't even know what my okay. I made it back up to the top. I have officially made it back to the top of all the comments. I'm about to head out of here, guys. I have nothing but love for you. I appreciate you guys coming in. I appreciate what you guys are doing for Felicia and her family. I'll put some of the candle wax on and go out on the town smelling good. Yeah, man. Global Paper in the building. Models and bottles. Brazil or die. Shout out to Global Papers. Right now, okay, he said, I look at my left, I kiss Luana. I look to my right, I kiss Patricia. How are you guys right now? Or how are you guys night going? Pretty good. No wonder we don't get the models and bottles Brazil or die tonight. Could we already be in Brazil today with the two ladies? I ain't mad at you, brother. Enjoy your evening for us. Big Dave is in the building too. Everybody want to show up now. All right. Well, guys, I'm out of here. Hope you guys have a great evening. I'm on my way to Gail's to Gail Nelson's and watch her live stream. Talk to you guys later. I'm out of here. Have a good one.